Recorded at Equip HNA 2024 in Louisville, Kentucky. Here's your host, SiteOne trainer, Shawn Sandink.
Hi, this is Shawn with SiteOne Landscape Supply here at the Equip Expo with Nate Riley. Nate, why don't you tell us about yourself? What do you do? Where are you from?
Hey, Shawn. So my brother and I, we started cutting grass when we were like 8 years old. And then one day in high school, we were like, why don't we make something of this? Why don't we try to actually grow a business? And then when I turned 18, finally filed a business license. And now we're up to about 130, 140 clients weekly. And then I was like, man, I'm tired of cutting grass. So I got into some power washing. My uncle, he's been in the industry for about 40 years.
Right.
And he pretty much just taught me the ropes. And he was real old school with how he did everything. And looking forward, we looked into some different technology, some soft washing solutions and things like that. And we've been growing the business, and we're getting some pretty good commercial clients, and a lot of our residential clients are also moving over and having us do their properties.
Where are you guys located?
We're out of Wilmington, Delaware.
Out of Wilmington, Delaware. Fantastic. So you started off cutting grass, built yourself a pretty good sized customer base, switched over to power washing. Are you still in the lawn care business as well?
Yep. So we still have that, and then we have 2 guys running that crew, and then I pretty much focus on the power washing stuff, and then my brother, he does more of the fertilization lawn care side.
So you guys are full service lawn care plus doing the power washing. Is there any other line of business that you'd like to go into?
We were looking into irrigation. We've been stopping at some booths around here trying to see what was up.
Excellent.
So there's definitely other opportunities.
Definitely goes hand in hand together there.
Yeah.
So tell me about a success story. What's a project that you guys have done, or a property that you've maintained, or with your power washing, something that you can go, this has got Riley Brothers all over it. This is our signature. This is a high five moment.
All right. So it was last summer. I'd never used a boom lift in my entire life. Terrified of heights, terrified of ladders. Get out there, and we have one of our big clients. He's a local paint contractor, and he does some pretty big projects. And he called me, and he's like, "We need this school quoted. Come out here and see what you can do for us."
Right.
I'm like, I don't even know how to quote a building this big. It was a monster. And building was built in like 1920, never been cleaned ever.
And you had to clean the whole building?
Oh yeah, windows. Everything on it had to be cleaned.
Was it brick, stone?
It was a brick building, so every single brick on that building needed to have pressure on it at some point to get it clean.
Gotcha.
And get all the debris off. And the day we finished that job, I was like, I still don't know how we've managed to get this done, because it was insanely big. And we got it done, two or three guys.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And now you can use that in your portfolio, show folks, hey, this is what we can do.
Right.
Do you have before and after photos?
Yeah, we have those, and we got some pretty good pictures out there too.
So what do you find is the most challenging part of your job?
Trying to get into the commercial world is where we're finding more is a struggle than anything, because it's pretty cutthroat. You find it's a race to the bottom a lot of times, and we try to pick and choose our client base where we like the clients to say, hey, go do this and send us a bill.
Right.
And and a lot of times it's hard to find those types of clients, and it's a struggle. We do a lot of shopping centers and stuff, and go out at night, clean them twice a year. And it seems to be turning into a race to the bottom kind of situation.
Well, how do you even get, like, when you were cutting grass, and I know you said you had some help from your uncle, but how do you even go about getting your first customer? Like, did you put this on social media, or do you have a website? Did you walk around the neighborhood with brochures? How did you even get your first customer?
I think at that point it was just like a little email blast we sent out to like maybe 50 of our clients just to see what was going on.
Oh, so you nurtured your existing customer base up from the lawn care side. It's like, hey, any of you need any power washer?
The easiest sale is to a client you already have.
Absolutely. Well, as long as you're doing a good job with them.
Right.
And then you get a referral.
Yep.
And they say, and it just grew from there?
Yeah, I think the first year we washed 3 houses, and that might have been including my parents.
All right.
And we had about $100,000 worth of power wash equipment, trucks, trailers, everything, and I think we washed maybe 3 houses.
And then the following year?
Following year, I think last year we probably did about 120.
Wow. So what's the next 5 years look like for you?
Next 5, just kind of keep it growing. I'm not sure if we're looking to really add an employee because most of the stuff I can do on my own, just head out. I can do 3, 4 houses a day.
Right.
And then go out at night and power wash and do a shopping center if needed.
Now, how do you see technology influencing your business?
There's a lot of technology out there. Actually, we just bought a new system. I could be sitting there and I have a lanyard around my neck with a remote. And it used to be you had to walk back to the trailer and hit a switch and then walk back. And now you just hit a button on your neck and
Right.
soap starts coming out. And then you have your soap, hit the button again, and then you have water coming out and rinse it right off.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, save a lot of time.
Save a lot of time.
A lot of steps.
Would you, on the lawn care side, look at all about adding any robotic mowers or automation in any fashion with your lawn care side?
I like our guys. I don't know if I could cut them out like that. But
But if you wanted to expand.
right, yeah. I mean, I was watching some videos over at the other booths over there, and guys
Right.
roll up, put the trailer down, mowers roll out, come back in a couple hours and pick them up.
And then your guys are just weed whacking and blowing and being a technician, making sure the mowers are doing their thing.
Right. Yeah.
And then they're off to the next job.
Yeah.
So
Potential for it.
yeah, the future is pretty interesting that way.
Definitely.
One last question here, Riley, then. Tell me about a moment that you wish you could take back. Something there. Bad decision or just something that you're like, oh man, this is my do-over moment. If I could do anything and not have that happen.
There's definitely been some clients we've lost. You look back and you're like, man, or bids you sent too high.
Right.
You're like, maybe if I had just sent a low bid and got in with this client, then maybe I could still be doing work for them
Right.
years to come. But my dad always says, he's like, pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered.
There you go.
Sometimes you need to throw a low ball estimate in there, get in there with the client, and then be their right-hand man, and
Yep.
you make more money in the long run. So we've definitely had some proposals we sent that might have been a little high, which I wish we could have gotten in with the client and still been in there today. But
I think that's good advice for anybody.
from it.
There you go. Every day's learning.
That's right.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Shawn.
Thanks for tuning in to Confessions of the Craft. Ensure you never miss an episode by subscribing to the podcast so you can be the first to hear new episodes and discover previous ones. Follow SiteOne on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn for the latest trends and industry updates.